Alright, hi, I'm User Friendly, and this is an Analog Four. It says it right there. Anyway, what we're gonna do in this video is make a sort of digital whoop sound, you know, like the rhythm and the dubstep and the stuff that's, you know, it's generally outdated. Most people are not really into it at this point, but it's worth kind of digging into a little bit if you're into the whole sound design thing or whatever, because you can pick up a few tricks along the way. Gotta have a word from our sponsor first. So, the first thing we should do is, you know, get a kick drum. So, we'll just do that, and a little bit of resonance. Fix that. And that should work. Not quite, but almost. Yeah. Good enough. Alright, and then need a hi-hat, one way or another. So we'll just turn that down and turn that up. And that. And a little bit of reverb. Actually, that's a bit much, isn't it? And let's turn that down. Alright. I guess I spit on this thing at some point. That's gross. Anyway, then we need a snare. So, snares, they're kinda hard for me. I'm still trying to figure those out. So, we'll just go ahead and load one. We'll cheat it. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Snare. And, yeah, that one. Load the track. Yes! Get out of here. Yeah. Alright, now that we went through all that trouble, we'll just mute those. We don't gotta hear them right now. And, here we'll do that. Let's, get them back down, though. And this is our sub-bass. And we'll get some effects in there. Yeah, and a little bit delay. Where are we at here? It ain't half bad by itself. Anyway, next thing we're gonna do is, on LFO page 1, you'll be tempted to use this volume because it's already there, but it's on page 2, so you gotta hit the button twice. Don't got time for that. So you'll do well to go ahead and put it here. Anyway, the second page, that's for the overall level. We need it for, you know, just oscillator 1. So we'll turn that up and turn that down. Yeah. Not the wobs. Anyway, the other thing we gotta do here is, get, some of the noise in there, wherever that is. Shut up. Christ. Careful, that's the one. Yeah. Good enough. And, what else we can do here? Maybe some, pitch modulation. Yeah. You know, that's just awful. Anyway, a little bit of, a lot of digital-esque sort of wub sounds, they actually lack a little bit of low end. Now, they don't really, but they lack that analog low end that the Analog Four happens to have because it's analog. Anyway, we're just gonna overdrive it now. Yeah. Confused, which, generally speaking, I am, but what I was doing there just now is I was showing you the main sort of sound shaping things that you get with this sort of bass. Now, the effects are definitely going to be a big one. You know, the chorus and the delay, they're doing a lot of heavy lifting here to sort of widen the sound. Speaking of widening the sound, we should do this on the second LFO page. We'll go, hey, where is it? Wrong track. That's why. And pan. We'll do that. Something like that. That's gonna give us a little more width. Oh, guy, hey, which page am I on here? God damn it. Did I do that on the wrong page? Fuck. Yes, I did. We gotta put this back on noise. Where was that? There it is. That's one. And now, on page 2, that's when we do the panning. I forgot that it's already set up and everything. Fuck that up big time. And the other thing I did is I turned that up too high. What a catastrophe this is. Now, that's too much. Gotta turn it down, just widen it up a little bit. Listen closely here, it's also probably too fast. Feel that's just a little bit. Anyway, yeah, let's see what it sounds like in conjunction. Yeah, pretty bad. A lot of that has to do with how difficult it is to get a good snare on this thing. It sucks. Anyway. Another big thing about the whole dubstep rhythm thing, whatever you want to call it, is the sort of wacky rhythms. So, we can achieve a little bit of that really easily by just sort of doing that. Hey, why didn't I bring that out? That's why. Gotta adjust this a little bit so that bass rings out. And that's basically the idea. Now again, the main things that you're going to get to control the sort of tone of the sound, and by the way, this triangle and sawtooth or shark fin or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that sounds better than triangle, actually. Anyway, the point was, largely where the sort of sound is coming from is the filter overdrive. Let's see how dumb that is. So, when you think about stuff that you want to sort of shape the sound with, you gotta think about stuff that's gonna overdrive the filter even more. So, for example, the noise. Well, that's too much, but you get the idea that it's gonna sort of push it harder. And then the and then also, you know, the effects. They're playing a pretty big role here. Listen to the effects. Actually, you may be witnessing, you know, me right now realizing that the effects weren't doing as much as I thought. They actually sound a little better as sort of accents. Maybe just a little bit of reverb full time. Okay, yeah, the effects are actually a little bit better part-time. Kind of fuck that up. I think some of that is because without the effects, it's a little punchier. Anyway, you get the basic idea. Just overdrive the filter and you'll have a digital-esque wub bass for your next, rhythm or dubstep banger, whatever you get it. Well, goodbye.